How is everybody doing this beautiful Monday morning? Hope everybody is doing great. I myself had another boring Sunday night at work. Alright, let me get this music out of my ear so I can actually talk. And good morning, Mr. B. Shady, bright and early. Good morning, Mr. Nick. Good morning, Mr. And good morning, Mr. Pete. And good morning, Mr. Cliff. I think that catches us up this morning. If y'all wouldn't mind getting that like button out of the way, that would be at least 5. Yeah, I have a bad habit of trying to catch things that are falling. I try not to do that with knives. I try not to let them fall to begin with, but I let them go if they do start to fall. So, let's get on into it. Last night again in my front pocket, I had my Cortex XL. The action on this thing is getting pretty much dialed in perfect now. I like the Loctite system of getting a knife exactly how you like it and locking it there. So I had that one in the front pocket. And then in my back pocket, I have my Winter Pudding Factor 8 in M390. This knife does not have the ting. I actually looked up an article last night on how to achieve the ting, and I've not gone through that process yet. But still love this knife. Very fidgety. What do y'all have in your pockets this morning? Anything exciting? I bought a pretty cool couple of little gadgets from AliExpress. I'm actually looking for something to smoke on. I guess I could, alright. Well, catch me, I'm falling. Yeah, so it's definitely not the clip that makes the ting on these knives. It's the lock bar, the magnetic lock bar. Some knives do ting because of the clip, but this one is because of this magnetic lock bar and the blade. I'm not touching the clip though. Especially when I hold it like this, I'm definitely not touching the clip. But there's a cool article on Reddit that talks about how to achieve the ting with these knives. It's more so for the regular factor than the factor 8. There's a compilation video of teens. Let's see, I had quite a few things to talk about this morning. Let me, yeah, this is a factor, Nick, but it's a factor 8, not a factor 4 or 5. Factor 4, I guess. I like the Severn too. Severn's very fidgety. Alright, sorry, I'm getting, yeah. I'm doing something over here. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's start off by talking about some clone steel tests. Let's see, I could bring up the actual, well, first thing we'll talk about is this knife right here, which is the Brian Brown Dutchman that was put out by Urban EDC and OEM'd by Tuya. And when I was going around trying to get all the Brian Brown knives, I added this one to my alerts list. It actually might still be on there. I did just message a guy that bought one of these about 3 years ago on Knife Swap. This exact version, the full Thai Damascus version, and he paid $275 like 3 years ago. So I would happily take it off his hands for that. I did just message him. So Mr. Taylor Hardness tested a bunch of clones. Yesterday. And here's all the numbers down here. I've actually got them over here on the Discord that I could actually, yeah, let me make a screenshot and then post it right back. And then maybe I can click on it. Yeah, we can see them a little better. So here's all the tests that he did. You have the Juful Duckling in M390, 59.2. The Winter Pudding Empire in VG10 at 59.3. The Lemifshi Duckling in M390, 61.4, which is great. 61 to 62 M390 is where I like it. The Lemifshi Dixon in 154 CM was at 61.6. So they always try to claim 61 to 62 on that 154 CM, and I like that range too. The Juful Dixon was in 154 CM was 61.1. The Winter Pudding Brown FSD in 154 CM was 61. The Lemifshi FSD Mini in 154 was 60.7. The one I've got on the table that I carried to work last night, the Jufull Brown Cortex XL in 154 cm is 61. And the Brown Cortex Winter Pudding, that would be the Mini in VG10, is 60.4. So that is tremendously good results in my book. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, TC. Good morning, Starship Hunter X. Good morning, Miss Brown Sugar. All those scores are great, though. Especially compared to some of the numbers we've been seeing from other companies as of late. So that's 61 HRC for their 154 CM. It's probably a good cryo heat treat. Alright. Now I've got me something ready here. Let me, Alright. So, that was very interesting. Whoops. I didn't really try to look where he did the hole, the holes in the blades. I can't even see where he did the ones on that one. Huh. Oh, there's the three little holes. So that's on the Mini. What is the optimum HRC for VG10? 60 to 62. So 60.4 is perfectly within that range. Can't beat that. I'm sure they're taped so he doesn't cut himself. It's just safer, and especially when people just send the blades to him. Loose blades floating around, it's a lot better to have them taped up. Just for safety. A lot of people just send the blades instead of sending the whole knife because I think he might charge a little extra to disassemble the knives or something. Alright, let me go to my first link I had for this morning. While I'm oh, that was the first link. That's funny. Second link was another one of these. I gotta build one of these. We gotta build one of these on stream one Thursday. I need to make one for the we need to make one for the mirror necks knife. I need to make one out of acrylic with acrylic and magnets for the mirror necks. Speaking of the mirror necks, I shot some cool pictures of it yesterday. And it actually makes it look like a crystal knife. Yeah, check out this picture and how it makes the knife look see-through. That's pretty crazy. I actually did a couple more with some different color backgrounds, I believe. Yeah, I did one with the red. Pretty wild. But I like that photo. I actually had to take a still out of that's actually on a video. I had to move the camera around until I caught it at a good position. By the way, he did give me an affiliate link and a 5% off code if anybody orders one of those. And something I kind of consolidated last night is I made a link tree because I needed a place to put all my promo codes and affiliate links. So my link tree is at the top of my Instagram and my YouTube page. But it's got all my stuff, including all the affiliate links that'll save you money. Here's the mirror necks. Save 5%, and it pops up right here if you go to that. It also has all my promo codes at the bottom. And when you click on one of those, it shows you the code. So you can copy and paste it. But yeah, I made a link tree, so a little update on that. And something else I wanted to mention this morning is Kizer is doing some wild stuff for tax reasons. So I put Kizer's doing some shady tax stuff and created a new company called Drop Bear. If you order from the Kizer website, places like Shop and PayPal say your order from Drop Bear is on the way, etc. Even though the knife has nothing to do with the Drop Bear. So they created a new company name for some reason. I would guess taxes. And when I said shady, I didn't mean shady, I meant smart. Because more power to them if they can save money on taxes by diversifying umbrella companies. But when I ordered this last one, it says the order is from Drop Bear on Shop. And normally when you order from them, it shows that it's from Kizer. So I was unaware that they were using two different company names. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the Drop Bear knife. Because as you can see, I ordered a beg lighter. Had nothing to do about a Drop Bear. Good morning, Mr. Robin. All right, let me put that down. About all I need of that. And let's get back over to the browser and start looking at some stuff. I got one coming up for Cliff. This looked pretty cool. I actually wanted to hear what he was saying here.
The handle assembly. So what I've done, all right, back to the handle assembly. So what I've done, put together, and I just have everything up to a 600 right now. The spines, profile's up to a 3, but I'll have to fix that again. Anyways, so the next step is I want to start beveling this, and this is an example of the beveling I'm going to be attempting to do. I just want to round, just round the edges there, and keep the front like that, where it's like a more of a 90, a soft 90, then transition it to, you know, a nice smooth roundness there. So what I'll do is I'll mask off this area, the inside, and then I'll probably grind it to like a 20 to a 25 degree angle.
I'm confused at what he's doing.
And then
is he going to put a knife in there? Why would he have? Why would the handle assembly? Because it looked like when he showed it, it didn't have a place for the blade to go into. When he held it up, and you could see the end of it. Pretty sure he turned it here.
Right now, the spines, profile's up to a 3, but I'll have to fix that again. Anyways.
Yeah, right there. Oh, maybe there is a little slot. No, it's a horizontal slot. I don't think that's a slot. Huh. I'm curious why he's doing just a handle.
Anyway.
Yeah, there's no slot in that yet. Weird. Is he going to weld the blade onto there?
So the next step is I want to start beveling this, and this is an example.
I don't know. Zimmerly Knives. Maybe something else.
All right, time to start working on the beveling of the handle assembly. These are examples of how.
All right, yeah, here we go.
All right, so using my 6-inch, going in like that. I actually took it up to a 45 degrees, and this is what I have now. So what I'm going to do now is take off the yellow tape.
I guess he is making a
thinner.
I mean, he is going to put a
border line that'll start.
I don't know how he's going to connect it,
but that's how it's starting to look. Okay, working on the beveling. So what I use is a 1 by 50 piece of steel. And
this right here kind of something I got in the mail yesterday. I told y'all I got a couple of gadgets from AliExpress. So I got this, which is pretty cool. It's a little 6-piece mini ratchet wrench set. And it's one of the little tiny ratchets. Pretty cool. See what it came with. A bunch of Phillips stuff. Well, it did come with the Torx, but it's like a T15 or something. They do fit in there good. Oh, there's the little switch. We'll see how quick it breaks. Wow, it's got really positive grip on the bits. So I grabbed that, and then the second thing I got was this little Mechanic Best One repairer grinding machine. So it's a little 2-inch buffer wheel that can sit anywhere, that you can use to take the edges off of stuff. And I thought it would be a cool little tool gadget to have around. It did come with a USB plug, and it will run just fine off of a battery pack. And it's got adhesive 2-inch discs. This is 100 grit, and it does have variable speed control. What's going on here? It did work. Maybe my battery pack is dead. Huh. Yeah, I have no green light here. Let's see. I don't think I have another battery pack laying here anywhere. I've got a bunch of them, but they're all over the place. What in the heck? Hold on. I got one up here. I've got one all over the place. I just packed a bunch of them up. This one should work just fine. Hopefully. That one's got some lights in it. But I wanted y'all to hear this little thing, because it's got some, I want to see if it's got any kind of, yeah, we got a red light now. So, the variable speed on it sounds like it's going pretty dang fast. Hopefully y'all can hear that. So let's see what it would do to a piece of metal. It's got a nice little hum to it. Hopefully it's got a brushless motor in it. Alright, let's see what it does. Doesn't have very much torque, but it's throwing sparks. And it actually did do a nice job polishing that up. You can see where it was hitting the purple, knocking the purple off. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and for like doing model plastic parts or something, man, this thing would work awesome. Here, I'm gonna sand on, actually, I got a chopstick over here. I think I did. What happened to all my silly chopsticks? I think they're hiding over here somewhere. Actually, I don't see my chopsticks. What in the world? I've always got some kind of chopstick laying around. I was trying to find something else that we can grind on. Well, here's a little piece of brass. Chamfering the edges on things. Nick, I'm not worried about it. This is non-magnetic. I know the file wasn't, but I'm not going to do much. But it did round over that edge nicely. So, yeah, I think this thing will come in handy. And you could take off and put a Velcro thing on there, and you could do polishing with it. You can do all kinds of stuff. Very portable. It's got a rubber back on it, so it's grippy. USB-C. Master Mechanic. Repair grinding machine. Alright. So that's pretty cool. A couple of little gadgets. You know me, I like to have one of everything. I knew before I even started that somebody was going to say something about me moving my knife. But I myself knew I wasn't going to use it enough to matter. Although this thing does attract stuff to it because of the magnets. Yeah, do I have a pencil? Oh, here's some chopsticks. Let's see real quick, because wood shouldn't affect it. Okay, that's all the way up. Trying to put a point on it. Oh, y'all can't see. Yeah, that worked great. Pretty cool. Anyway, that's that little thing. I think I might keep it in the box just because. It's always good to have your gadgets in boxes. That way you can see them on a shelf. So I will throw that in there. Back in the box. Alright. And this little thing will come in handy. I'll use it plenty. Alright. Third link. Oh yeah, I already showed the third one. So this next link is for Mr. Cliff. Pretty positive he will love this knife. Think I've got him figured out and what he likes. So that's a pretty cool looking knife. I know a lot of the rest of you will probably dig it too. Yes, so this is from this guy. Check these out. These are the Reese Wayland Hawk collection. But yeah, this Odin Ripper, and then I showed that one I think last week sometime. But yeah, I thought Mr. Cliff would like that knife. I guess Mr. Robin likes it too. Yeah, what is the mini smaller version? Let's see. Just wicked. I don't know what I'm looking at there. Odin Customs Ripper. Let's see. Here's his Facebook group. Dang. You have to be a member. Odin Customs. Alright, where's some littler versions? I wish I could type in the word mini and search all of his posts. Instagram is so crappy sometimes. Most of the time. What it started off being is not what it turned into, and it was never meant to be used like it is. My opinion. So that's kind of why it suffers. Try to just find more of that knife, period. Looks like that blade shape is not one he makes very often. What is up with that one? I don't know what's up with that blade. Don't think I like it. Well, Shady, you should know where to hit him up. Here's a link if you want to go hit him up, see if he'll make you a smaller one. Good morning, Mr. Mitchell. Yeah, cuts are no fun. Alright, then here is a opening method and a knife with a new kind of style that I've not seen, and I absolutely love it. I think it is the coolest thing ever. I think the innovation and stuff that went into it is great. I just wonder about the blade play, but it shouldn't have any if it's done right with the right bearings. But yeah, check this out. It's got a little push tab on the bottom that you push and it unlocks it. and you rotate it, and you rotate it again, and then you lock it back into place. What a super clean mechanism. And the fact that he was able to keep it so thin looking, that's what's amazing. It doesn't look clunky. It doesn't look too wide. Yeah, check that out. Pops it back out, rotate it around, and close it back. Super cool. I'm a fan. I love innovative and creative stuff like that. Then I had I guess y'all might want to know who that is. That is Artisan Knives. And it must have been going around for a minute, but I didn't see it. I guess it came on the scene somewhere around in here. Maybe he's been making it. Oh, that's a frame lock. There it is. Maybe that's the first one. Oh, let's see what it sounds like. Yeah, he's got...
Ничего, мужики.
I didn't even pay attention.
Ножичек. Немножко сложно открывание. Вот.
Oh, it really made a positive snapping noise. I like that snap. Super cool. I guess I'm the only one that thinks it's super cool. That's cool too. Alright, then I had a couple of links for what I thought were good deals if they're correct. And I kind of think this one is. It says it's got S30V steel with a Scandi grind. Full 9-inch knife with a leather sheath for $35. It's 30% off. And it's from a company called Regal Edge. But if you can get a 9-inch S30V with a leather sheath for $35, it's got a dangler. I like danglers. That's what she said. So yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Knives. We introduced a new knife shortly ago called our Brown Betty. It has a Scandinavian blade. What that means is instead of just having a sharp edge here, it comes up a little bit higher. So it's a little bit thinner blade and it slices just wonderful. You know, we always try to show how sharp our knives are, and this is no exception. This is razor sharp right out of the box. Take it. Eat it. And its sharpness is still there. Cut a 1-inch rope. Look for it on Amazon.
Yeah, anyway, $35 knife. And then we've been talking about these kind of knives, and I think Flissa did a good job executing this one. This one's on sale too. There's actually a promo code. This is called the Versa multi-tool pocket knife. And the profile on it, I mean, looks great. Blade size is good for the handle. It's not like they figured out how to fit it in there pretty good, because closed it looks like a regular knife, you know. I don't know how much I myself would need those little tools that are on there, but cool nonetheless. And this code takes 20% off. You have to log in. You could go to the Amazon link without. There's the link. Yeah, so it's got a glass breaker on the end, screwdrivers, bottle opener, rope cutter, liner lock for EDC. I don't know if it's a new model, but they figured out it's got a hollow ground blade, 60 to 62. I don't know how they packed all that in the handle. Let's see, where's the top view? I guess that stuff makes up the liner on one side, kinda. Like they replaced the liner with that little folding area. Oh no, it's on the back. It's the back spacer. They figured out how to fit it into the back spacer. That's why they kept it so clean and the blade fits in there so nice. So yeah, that's a good idea to have something that the back spacer turns into. You know, other knives have used the back spacer as the tool to take it apart. Hisoka, good morning. Yeah, that guy wasn't really, I wasn't too impressed by that video. This guy. He found an OEM and had somebody that wanted to make some knives and they made one. That's about the extent of it. Well, man, what a cool mechanism. The sound, the click. I'm going to get a copyright strike in some foreign country. Anyway, that's cool. All right. New mechanism. That was that link. Here's the next link I had. Beautiful handle. Oh, this was a new maker that popped up for me. Super clean handles. Camo quartz and carbon twill. Heck of a nice combo. And the cleanness of the lines on it. I'm amazed that some guys can match materials up and get them perfect. Yeah, USA made. Alright. Then this one, this is mammoth ivory. And I couldn't believe it was mammoth ivory. I don't know. I just expected it not to have that color. This was another new maker that popped up for me, I believe. I'm getting a bunch of foreign ones. No, this is that guy. Oh, that might not be Mammoth Ivory. That might be his name, but I could have sworn. Kinsey Ivory de Mammoth at Lame Elmax. I'm pretty sure it's Mammoth Ivory. Could be wrong, though. Can't get a translation on that. Now it thinks I'm speaking French, and it's answering me in French. Let's see. We put some quotes around it. What does this mean? Oh, wow. Yep. In English. Kensai, Mammoth, Ivory, and Blade. Kensai is a Japanese term meaning sword saint. Mammoth Ivory, yeah, it says used as handle, scales, or material. So that was Mammoth. All right, back to the post one last time. I don't have too awful many more things to talk about this morning, or at least link-wise. All right, I think this is number 10. This is awesome too. He took some old threaded rod and he turned it into that, which is amazing. What a cool little hammer. And being able to, I don't know, I think repurposing things like files and these screws and stuff and leaving them in the form that they have, you know, like that knife Bob got that was made out of a rasp. Anything that you can repurpose and carry on the old lines onto the new product, pretty awesome to me. And that's super cool. Good morning, Gonzo. Anybody else hop in? I don't think so. I think that's about it. All right. Then I had one of the cool, a mustard patina. We've talked about it. I wanted to hear what this guy says too. I actually watched it without listening to it.
Ó, esse aqui é o segredo da pátina com mostarda, ó.
Okay, that doesn't help me a bit. I told y'all I'd been getting recommended foreign makers a lot. And this is no exception.
Bota a mostarda numa escovinha de dente. E o maior segredo dele é o seguinte: quanto menos mostarda e mais bem espalhado, melhor. Porque a reação ocorre com a mistura do aço, da mostarda e do oxigênio. Se botar muita mostarda, ela não vai funcionar, porque vai ficar bolhas brancas que não foram oxidadas.
So very
e como base
thin.
aqui eu dei um banho de cloreto férrico para ficar
Don't
um
use
pouquinho
a
mais
lot of
escuro
mustard.
ao fundo, assim já
The
dá partindo
toothbrush
um
method
melhor.
works
Ó,
awesome.
bate bem batidinho, bem espalhadinho. Ó, evita passar riscado, senão fica manchas.
And it's gonna
Ó, vamos bater mais.
let you use a little bit of
Um lado
mustard.
já foi. Ó, tá bem batidinho. Agora vamos pro outro. Ó, secou. Ó como é que ficou. Bem sequinho, agora eu vou concluir. É só lavar. Água, botar um pouquinho de detergente. E vamos passar uma escovinha para tirar. Olha que bonito que ficou já. Agora vamos secar para mostrar como é que fica.
Check out the cool pattern he got. From that mustard. And putting a mustard patina on a knife it puts the mustard on the knife. That's what he was saying. But anyway, putting a forced patina on a knife will just make it, when it starts to rust, carbon steel, it'll make you worry less about the little discoloration. You know, you're going to get some with carbon steel, so why not force a patina a little bit? It actually kind of protects it, believe it or not. Alright, then I had this one. This is for the Barros private show in Brazil on August 29th. So it's for a Brazilian knife show, which is pretty awesome. And just as far as a clean dagger, Is it a slip joint? I don't think it has a lock. Maybe it just doesn't have one yet. I didn't see any mechanism though. Nope, there's not a place for a mechanism. I guess your fingers keep the guard from closing on your finger, maybe. I would prefer a lock. Maybe he's still working on it. Alright, then I had this one. And this is for another one of those new makers, Italian knife makers, that I was suggested. And he makes some sick stuff too. But he's more of the art knife guy. But I thought I would at least share him this morning. I like highlighting some of these guys that I know I'll never be able to afford one of their pieces, but cool to look at and see what the art world knife is getting into. I mean, I am not a fan of art knives. They look like cheap middle of the mall stuff to me. Mall Ninja. But there are some that look better than others. But for the most part, there's too much going on a lot of times for my liking. It doesn't mean they're not pieces of art. It's just not my taste in art. There's lots of different painters, but I like the ones I like, and you like the ones you like, and that's what makes it great. I do think that's a clean knife. I would prefer it not to have Damascus, but the fact that he did everything with the same Damascus is cool, and all the little touches and intricate file work is impressive. That stripe across the blade is pretty impressive too. The stripes. Pretty cool how the pattern matches. Makes it look like a longer blade. That one does have a lock. That's about as far down the art knife spectrum that I go, but he did show a beautiful knife. I don't remember which one he actually showed. Wow, the polish on that black is crazy. Buffalo horn cheeks. Cheeks. That's funny. That's a pretty wild Damascus. Yeah, and there's some guys that do some patterns that are pretty crazy. That one looks wild. Just to know what he had to do to get that makes me appreciate the wildness. And then we have talked about serrations and how I don't really like serrated knives either. But there are knives that have good serration and there are knives that have bad serration. And this is one of the good ones. So when it can do that, that one has the good serrations. There's a huge difference in serrated blades. But that's pretty impressive for a serrated knife. And people that sharpen stuff can fix that. Alright, then I had this link. And what knife you carry, what the type of knife you carry says about you. This is part 2.
What the knife you carry says about you, part 2. If it's a standard slip joint, you've carved and eaten a piece of fruit with that thing at least once. If it's a combo, window breaker, seatbelt cutter, you're definitely into being prepared. You just get upset whenever anyone reminds you that physical fitness is a part of being prepared. If it's a compression lock, you always tell everyone don't be a pussy, but then you brag about how it doesn't put your fingers in front of the blade so it's safer. If it's a balisong, you're either a Second Amendment enthusiast who once saw the movie Face Off and decided to base your entire personality off of owning a knife, or you're a Zoomer cosplay enthusiast who watches too much anime, and once again, there's no in between. If it's a classic Bowie, you own at least one bolo tie. That's it for round 2.
I thought that was pretty funny. I guess we might as well go see if there's a part 1, which there is.
What the type of knife you carry says about you, part 1. If it's a standard flipper, you're undiagnosed, but you're pretty sure. I mean, the fidget factor is just there, right? If it's an OTF, you have been diagnosed. Also, your wife has threatened at least once to break your fingers if you flick that thing open and close one more time. If it's crossbar lock, you drive a Ram with your tow mirrors out all the time. If it's a classic switchblade, you're either a biker with affiliations, or you're a guy who wears affliction t-shirts with bedazzled jeans. No in between. If it's a karambit, you do karate in your garage. That's all I got for round 1. Get down in the comments and let me know what are the
Mr.
types of
Bob
knives
does
people might
karate
carry
in
and
his
what you think
garage.
it says about them. New shirts and...
That's pretty funny. Anyway, you know, we talk about knife stuff here, so... Now, this is a case, I wanted to show y'all something non-knife related, like I do. And this is a case of where are things that are newer really better? And this kind of proves that they're not. So check out this vintage stove. So it's got a pop-up broiler to cook bacon on. Hold up. Let me see if it's got music. Yep, it's got music. Alright, so it has a pop-up broiler to cook bacon on. Then on top of it, it's got a griddle so you can cook your eggs at the same time. It's got a grease trap. It's got a pilot light warmer. It's got a built-in crock pot. And the burners are super cool. But how cool would that to be in an old farmhouse and have one of those old stoves? The pilot light thing keeps your coffee cup warm. Man, that's an awesome piece of machinery. So yeah, I thought I would share that. Alright. I did not get the 10 knives from yesterday entered into Blade Vault, but I will be doing that today. But we've got to look at 10 more. My light went out, so I got to charge it up again. It usually makes it like a couple of weeks, actually. My little secondary light that covers this side of the table. One of those super cool ones, but plug it up and charge it up. Alright, so we got 2 rows left in this case. This is the Monterey Bay Knives Rosalinda, I do believe. Wait, that might be, yeah, that's the Rosalinda. I was like, it might be the mini old guard. I mean the old guard, but it's the Rosalinda with the flat scales. And then we got the Mass Drop Ferrum Forge. Oh, I did a mirror polish on this blade. William was asking about that. There's me. I need to shave, as you can see. He asked if I'd done mirror polishes, and I've done a few. I never finished this one up. It's got a couple of light scratches that I need to fix, but yeah, this is a super cool little miniature knife. It did have a big flipper tab, but I took it off and made it into a nice forward choil, and this is one of those ones. Be Shady, you would love this little knife. It's a perfect size, like small knife. It's a 3-finger supreme for me, but with that forward choil, I can get all 4 on it perfect. So yeah, that's an awesome little knife. Mass Drop and Ferrum Forge Falcon. If you want to go looking for one, send it to me and I'll do a flipper tab delete for you and make that choil like that one. Then I have my Sicaray with whatever, Elmax maybe? I don't know. Kind of blade steel. Does it matter? Oh, it says it up there, I think. I don't know. Sicaray, not the Sicaray Light, the regular version. This is one of my only carbon fiber knives. I like it because it's symmetrical and fills up the whole side. I would prefer if it was full titanium, but I'm boring like that. Then I got my Quiet Carry LCT. Then I've got my Exceed Designs Aver. Then I've got my Something Obscene Company LEK, or L-E-K, however you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. Then I've got my Kamano that I also did a flipper tab delete on. Then I've got my Knoll Knives regular Raiden, not the Raiden R2. Then I've got my Brian Brown knife of the day, which is the Finch. This is one of the other ones I had a time looking for to find the full titanium one. So yeah, I want that one we started off the video with to go with this one. That's the Finch. And then last but not least is the full-size Wee Thug. So there's been a Wee knife at the end every day. All 9 slots across the back have a Wee. This is day 8. So there's 80 of the 90 down. Yeah, I totally agree, B Shady. Planned obsolescence. I tell people when they ask me why does stuff not last or why does stuff not work like it used to, I throw that phrase out there, and the most common example I give is Thomas Jefferson at Monticello has light bulbs that he created that are still burning to this day. But yet we have to buy new light bulbs all the time. And light bulbs is one of the most common examples of planned obsolescence. Luckily, they switched that up. I'm talking about incandescent lights. LED lights have changed the bar a little bit, but not completely. But even more so than planned obsolescence, like B. Shetty was saying, it's the pride in craftsmanship and the desire to be able to fix things, the right to fix. The right to fix is another thing, you know, that's been debated, and it's even in courts. You can't, you know, legally there's things that you can buy that you can't work on or change things on by law, which is wild to me. Yeah, I can't even imagine I'm sure you know Mr. Lewis Rossman, anybody that's into the right to repair space. He is a big proponent of that and will take lawsuits to prove it. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff. You know, some other stuff that's crazy is all these people that sell you a product and then force you to use their service and basically pay a fee either yearly or monthly to continue to use that device. Pretty wild. Something I noticed when Pete was here, actually, we open and close knives differently, and things that matter to me don't matter as much to him, which is fine. I'm not right, he's not right, we're both right. But I prefer my knives to be able to drop without any pressure at all, like just gravity. And I make it a point that just about every time I close certain knives to like appreciate that action. And when he was here, I noticed he just kind of flicked them closed, and it didn't matter to him if it had a little bit of, if you had to do a little bit of flicking. So this knife, I think that if Pete felt this knife, this would be perfect for him, because it won't exactly perfectly drop shut, but if I just give it any kind of motion, it closes perfectly. So I think that one is tuned to Pete's liking. Just a tiny bit of shake. So I was noticing that last night when I was opening and closing it. I was like, man, if I sent this knife to Pete, he would say, yep, that's how I like my knives. And if I sent him both of these, he could compare how he likes his knives and how I like my knives. Because this one, you don't really have to shake it at all. And that's how I try to tune my knives when possible. I've got a bunch of knives coming in for delivery. I'm getting stickers today. So my old stickers were 4 inches. These are 3. I think that's going to be a good size. So that's pretty cool, but I seem to have did quite a bit of ordering last week or something. In fact, it's one of those times where I think I've got so many coming, I don't have them all in my tracking app. Guess what I just found, Mr. Nick? I messaged that guy at the beginning of the video, and this knife on screen, I didn't know it was the full Damascus one. Wow, that's amazing. I sure hope he comes through for me. He bought this knife 4 years ago. And hold on. Check this out. He paid $275 for it, which is wild, because they were like $500 new. But this is the little Brian Brown Knives Dutchman. He bought it back in 2022. And I just messaged him out of the blue, asking if he still had it. And I know what he paid for it, because I'm looking at the knife swap ad. So this guy paid $289 a few days ago, and these have since sold out, asking $275 shipped. So if I can get it for less than $275, heck yeah. You talking about Rocket League, Pete? I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I think that, honestly. Yes, Pete. Urban EDC release. Man, I cannot believe that that guy came through from 4 years ago. That just shows you, don't be scared to reach out to somebody that bought a knife 4 years ago, because what do you want to bet? What do you want to bet that knife is still in the same shape it was in that video? I guarantee you that's going to be one of those knives that I buy. It's going to be brand new again. I swear, Knife Swap has been good to me. Just about everything on this table, all the real ones, came off a Knife Swap except for the Monterey Bay. Yeah, I would have preferred the full tie one. I thought it just had the Damascus accents. I didn't actually look at it. But when you go look up that knife, Brian Bor, I can't type nothing. I put the Butchman. That sounds like Bussy. But yeah, $500 for the regular 682. Like, that's crazy prices. And here's the plain Jane with mocha tie. Yeah, I wish it was this one. This is the one we looked at the beginning of the video. But beggars can't be choosers on this knife being this old. Number 36 of 51. Ooh, at least it's not that one. Gross. Oh, here's the one I found that I messaged about. Yeah, they're hard to find nowadays. So I'm cool with whichever model I found. Oh, that's the same one. Yeah, they're hard to find. Alright, let's close some windows up. That's still the coolest mechanism I've seen in a while. Just because of how secure it would be. I mean, you get it locked up at both of those points. And unless you totally move your hand, I'm just amazed at how thin he kept it. Like, you could attach that pivot to the blade. That big square chunk pivot at the end. That could be totally welded into the blade because it rotates the same as the blade. Like, you could make it locate itself with holes, and you can make it do whatever you wanted to in the blade. Good morning, Tristan. Yeah, I'm going to hit this guy up. Not sure where he is either, but he spoke a funny language. What's that flag? Anybody know what that flag is? Armenia. Nice. I don't know how I copied and pasted that flag, but I did, and it actually worked. That's so funny. You can copy and paste a lot more things than you realize, including whole pictures and whatever. All I did was highlight that little flag icon and hit copy, and it pasted. That's so funny. The more you know. He's in Armenia. What do you think one of those costs with that pattern on it? I want it. How much for this knife? I want it. I want to make it a goal of mine to have a knife with all kinds of different mechanisms. From the Oser style, just old maglocks, to those. Yeah, that little wrench will come in handy. I didn't have one quite that small. I think this was like $8 from AliExpress with a nice little metal tin. And that little grinder thing will be super cool. And if you were doing model work or needed to sharpen your X-Acto knives or whatever, that's a cool little grinding machine. I'll definitely get some use out of it, especially with how fast it goes. It doesn't have the most torque. I need to take it apart and swap the motor out with another motor with a lot more torque. Put a Dremel motor in it or something. That'd be a fun project. Let's see. Did I have anything else I wanted to mention? Yeah. Oh yeah, I found the link for those little pads with the cushion, so that they conform to whatever shape that you're doing. So if anybody, and they fit inside a Dremel, those are the best 2-inch polishing pads I've found, and I've tried a bunch. This Thursday, we are going to mirror polish the LS2. So we will be using those exact pads to do it. Let's see. I don't actually remember how much. I think this little grinding thing was like 20 bucks. I don't know why. You know, it's one of those things I probably didn't need to order, but I love my gadgets. So yeah, it was actually 26 bucks when I bought it, which isn't crazy. If you were doing model stuff, you know, it would definitely be worth it. It's funny that y'all can see when my screen changes in the light on the camera. So yeah, 50 millimeter, 10,000 RPM motor. Before polishing, after polishing, fast, slow. You can definitely sharpen up all your X-Acto stuff. I'll throw the links to that in the, let me get a screenshot so you can tell what it is. See, I can copy and paste this right into any kind of link too, which a lot of people don't know, that you can Control C and Control V just about anything. So I just did a screenshot, and that's how I did it for the link on the links channel. So I pasted the link first, and then I just hit Control V. If I just hit Control V, it just keeps pasting the photos, which is wild. Alright, I did have, let's see. Seems like I had something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, Starship Hunter X asked if anybody had gotten one of these utility knives. I have not seen it, nor do I have one. But the look of it and the mechanism, I'm not sure how the blade locks in there. I would kind of like to know how the button thing works as far as holding the blade goes. It looks like it's just a metal tab that you just pull to the side. Okay. It's just got a spring along the edge, and you just push it to the side to get it out of the hole to hold the blade, or the notch in the utility blade. I think it's a pretty pricey utility knife. I would suggest that frame lock on bearings for 30 bucks. That I've got over here somewhere, I think. I used to have it over here. Oh, I think I took it to count it as, no, I didn't take it to count it as a knife. I don't know where it's at. Could have sworn it was over here, but probably falling on the floor. But anyway, there's a little titanium frame lock on bearings that they sell on Temu and AliExpress. They're cheaper on Temu. Titanium utility knife. Well, it should have popped up, and it didn't. Maybe utility blade? I don't see it so far. It's a cool little frame lock on bearings. It's got great action. And it's around 30 bucks. And now I'm kind of PO'd that I don't know where mine's at. Unless it fell off in the floor over here or something. Nope, I don't see it over here. It's been on my desk since I cleaned forever, but since I cleaned up and counted knives, it has now disappeared somewhere. No bueno. Am I sure it's not over here somewhere? Yeah, I am. Oh well. I like that one, but it's double the price. Yeah, I linked the little grinder, Pete. Roll bearing scissors with transparent what? Where was the Spyderco? Well, sorry I missed it, Pete. Yeah, there's stuff lost to translation for sure. Far left side. Maybe I didn't load up enough. I don't know where it went, Pete. Temu screwed me. I don't know how we can see it. We can go right here. Do a little time travel. I don't know where it went, Pete. Temu screwed me. Hold on. We got to be close here. Oh, there it is. Exquisite folding pocket knife. Oh, I just saw it. It was camo, I think, right? I think this is about the time you said something. There it is. Roller bearing scissors with transparent It's going to say transparent handles, I guess. Roller bearing scissors with transparent. Roller, was it rolling or rolling? Rolling bearing scissors with transparent. There it is. Rolling bearing scissors with transparent G10 handle. Stainless steel short knife, lightweight and durable, suitable for outdoor camping, wilderness survival, fishing knives, escape. It is a $13 Jade PM or Para 3. And 440C blade material. They're pretty good about being honest, at least. And after seeing those other Chinese heat treat results, I bet they heat treated it all right. Just like I've said, it doesn't take any more effort to do it right than to do it wrong, especially with automated machinery nowadays. They can heat treat big batches of whatever. That's why their heat treat is getting better, because it's not hard, especially with electronic devices and timers. All right. Let's see. Titanium razor. Wow, we actually got titanium razors. Hey, there's a, what is that one? That one doesn't have the right slant to it to sharpen. I want to get one of those old school ones with the perfect, those. No, that one doesn't have it either. All right. Razor knife brings up that those Spydercos. Hey, there's the one I took a video of the other day. That's a great little knife, that Para 3 lightweight. Oh, they show the hole. No. That's so funny, they're keeping it top down view only so you can't see the hole. Look. They covered it up so Spyderco can't sue them. That's so crazy. Every picture is the top down. So funny. The Chinese are funny people. But that's one of my favorite inexpensive Spydercos that I've gotten. It's a Para 3 lightweight, and I've had it for 2 years, and it's on bearings. It doesn't have any kind of play. None of the like clip is worn off. The blade still looks perfect. It closes perfect. It's centered, and it's a lightweight. So it's super lightweight. I got it. The other one that I absolutely love is my Manix 2 lightweight that I got around the same time. And this thing is amazing. The quality they like that, and the action on this thing is just incredible. Like, I promise you. And it's got perfect lockup, and it's super light. But yeah, that one's great too. The one Pete was talking about was the PM2 with real VG10 steel, heat treated right, with the square hole. And the Shamans I've got too, but this is the PM2 version. Square equals good to go. Yeah, I've got three of the. I've got that Mannix. I got my Sage 5 lightweight. And I got that Parrot 3 lightweight. Like all around the same time before I really knew what I liked. And those are all three awesome. And then the best $22 knife ever. The G10 Shamans from OK Knives. I mean, these are 22 bucks. What, I mean, who in their right mind wouldn't want to try out a Shaman for 22 bucks? Yeah, Pete, nobody else is talking. I'm about to end the video. I don't like when I'm just talking to myself. It's kind of boring to me. I come here to talk to y'all, and when people stop talking, it kind of just, I don't know, bums me out. Makes me feel like I'm preaching. When really I just want to talk with other people talking. Kind of sucks when you're the only one talking. But it is what it is. I signed up for it, I guess. Y'all didn't ask to talk, so I get it. Y'all are just chilling. Just a way to start your day hearing about knives, I guess. One of the best clips. That does look awesome. In fact, yeah, I could have put that on my knife. Oh, I did fix the good call there, Pete. But I did fix this to where the screw is shorter now, to where it goes in my pocket just fine. It's not hard to get material. I can show you, kinda. Oh my gosh, what is all over this? It goes right over that screw and clips right on your pocket, perfect. So I did get that fixed, but I could have done that. What I did instead was I sewed 4 little rows around the top of the ulti clip. That way I can slide it back and forth. So right now I can loosen this screw. I can loosen this screw and the whole clip will slide back and forth because of how I put those 4. So I can kind of adjust it. But those clips look super cool, Pete. Well, let's see. Oh, that reminded me. I told y'all I bought one of the, what supposedly has been the best M390 Zons that have been released. And there's some super cool custom titanium clips for the Zons that I think look better than the originals. Let me see here. Where is that thing? Yeah, here it is. So they make these clips for the Zons that are the custom tie ones. And I ordered one of those. They're $20, but they're full titanium. And Noom Zon titanium clip. Custom made. I was gonna try to find, whoops, a picture of one. There's the one that they come with. And there's the custom titanium one. And I believe that's the same exact look to the one that I got. So yes, it is that exact clip. But instead of $50, it's $20. So I can't wait to get that thing off of there. My favorite knife from AliExpress. That's like asking me what's my favorite clone. I didn't buy my full Damascus rattlesnake knife from AliExpress. I didn't buy my Arcona from AliExpress. But the Arcona would probably be my pick. Wait, maybe I did order the Arcona from AliExpress. So I would have to say probably the Arcona. The one with the carbon fiber on one side and the titanium on the other. I don't know. It's one of the top 5. This one right here. Because of the fit and finish and how it feels, and the fact that they licensed that lock from GTC, that frame lock, it's called an inner frame lock because he left that edge up there. This is probably one of my favorites from AliExpress. This Arcona is no joke. I don't know, Sever. That's a hard question. Because I really like a lot of the clones. All the brown knife stuff I love. I don't know why. But just about every one of the brown knives. Pete, what'd you say? Pocket check? Oh, that's the little Boker clip. That's cool. Yeah, it's a good size too. It's not as small as I thought it would be. Yeah, the FJ is one of my favorite washer knives, period. The FJ and the VCP are great washer knives. Yeah, that's a cool clip. All right, what's the next? Oh, showing the profile. Wow, you even got some measurements. Are we using millimeters, really? Pete, come on, man. We don't live in Canada. I gotta convert 43 millimeters? That is un-American. No. The only arcane I've mentioned it numerous times. I think they're too modern looking for me. So the Crypt and the other one that starts with a C, I think, and the Automaton are the only ones. The Abyss and the Crypt are the only two right now that I would ever buy. And the Automaton. Yep. I don't like the Necronaut. I don't like the Plexus. I don't like the Creature and the Crypt. I did like, okay, but they don't make a plain model either of many of them. I probably like the Automaton the best just because it doesn't look all wild. Yeah, I'm not trying to get all of Brian Brown's knives. It was more all the ones that are under his label. I don't like him as a designer anywhere close to like I like him, like Laconico. I like a lot of Brian Brown's knives, but he switches it up enough that as a designer, I mean, I guess I like his stuff because I've got a bunch. But not like I do Laconico. It's kind of different. Although I do have the Trogon. I don't have the mini Trogon. That's another Brian Brown design. I probably used to know more of his designs than I know now. I'm hungry this morning. Oh, so there's both sizes of the Ulti clip. Yeah, but those are all sold under his label. Right now, I've got the ones I have. The ones I have are the Corvus the Jaeger, the Raptor. And today I got the Finch on the table. The Finch is below. These are the 4 I've got from his actual brand. And if dude sells me that Dutchman, I'll have that one too. That's kind of an urban EDC, but I almost consider that his knife. Although I don't know that he sold it on his website. Yeah, I wish it looked like this on both sides. But beggars can't be choosers. That one has Pete action. That one has not the best action. You can tell I got these before I started tuning knives. Yeah, that one's got a little bit too much shake for me. I think this Finch got pretty good. No, it's about the same. They're all just like a little bit of shake. All right, I got 20 knives to add today to the Blade Vault. I sold my other one. I had a carbon fiber one, Pete. That's the one I kept. Yeah, I sold the carbon fiber. Oh, wow. There's a lot of knives named the Raptor, huh? It wasn't the bronze one, but it was basically that knife. That's the DLT exclusive, the bronze one. Yeah, mine was the lighter color. Whatever. You know which one it was. That one right there. Why did it zoom up on the video again? Yeah, that's the one I sold. Oh, I want to be totally transparent to y'all. And since we've been going for 2 hours and I'm about to end it, I'll let you know. I'm going to play a video for you, and I want you to see if you can tell me what the problem with this is. Got to have audio. All right, y'all tell me what's wrong with this knife. It hasn't happened yet. I'll tell you that much. I think I do it twice here at the end. So it's making a noise that it shouldn't. And it's happening right here. Did you hear that little noise? It should not have that little noise. Ouch. Knives are supposed to make noises at certain times and not at others. So, yeah, full transparency. So, looks like I'm going to have another mod to work on. And this one is pretty extreme, so we might have to try some different techniques and see what fixes it. I haven't checked it out yet. Yeah, the Aver is sweet. This is the micro milled one. And it came with skiffs, and it's got perfect action. My sister just bought one of these about a month ago. Yeah, Nick, I know I've dealt with lock stick, but thank you. A lot of people think oil would fix lock stick, but it's kind of the opposite. We need to find those Boker clips on AliExpress for like $3. I haven't oiled it, but I haven't checked it either. I haven't looked at it at all. I'm going to disassemble it. Yeah, we need to find those clips for $3 or $4. Have you tried throwing that Boker? Where was the link? It's in the chat somewhere. Where's that link to that clip? Here it is. I'm going to take this picture. I'm going to capture it. I'm going to go to AliExpress. We'll see what we got here. Because I know Boker's going to try to charge you like $10 extra shipping. There it is. No, I don't know if that's it, but it looks a lot like it. That's got to be it. Yeah. Where the lock bar interfaces with the blade, yeah, should be dry. Dry graphite. Have y'all used graphite? 94 cents and $8 shipping. That's funny. $6 shipping. So yeah, you're not saving any money unless you find one that's on the free ones. Yeah, Waylon, we've looked at those before on Amazon. I've not bought one. But you really like them? I meant to grab one off of Amazon. I can't ever find them when we try to spell it with that way that you... I think it's spelled something different. It's toe knife. There's no K in it. That's what always throws me off. Those are pretty cool. I like the fact that it has a screw hole on either end of the slot. All right, we've gone 2 hours and 7 minutes today. I don't know what's come over me. It's a good Monday. If y'all hadn't hit that like button yet, y'all suck. Don't forget to check out my link tree if you want to see any of my promo codes. Somebody ordered an Olitans and I got $4 for it the other day, yesterday. So shout out whoever that was, but there's my Olitans affiliate link. So yeah, help a brother out by using my links if you buy any of these knives. I'm going to start adding some more on here. I've got some other ones I need to look up and find, but QSP, Artisan, Kubey, Trivisa, FerraMonster, HX Outdoors, Olitans, Bussy, Mirrornex, Kizer. And then I still haven't added, I'm going to add more stuff to my Amazon page too. I need to start adding lots of stuff that I link every day and then share those links, but I've got a store on there as well. I need to focus on some of these things a little better, so I'm trying. But my Instagram and my YouTube page both have the link trees at the top now. They were. So if you go to my Instagram, the link that pops out on my page here is my link tree. You can click it. It's the first one. Same with my YouTube page. My link tree is I moved it to replace the Discord one because there's a Discord one on the link tree. It's the second link down. So anyway, thought I would mention that this morning. Hope everybody has a great start to your week. Thanks for joining me again today. I got 20 knives to enter into Blade Vault today and to take pictures of all of them. That can get time consuming. I'm going to try to stick with it and at least get these first 2 90 knife cases added. So we'll have a database of at least 180. Anyway, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. If y'all need me, you know how to find me. If you don't need me, I don't need you either, fool. Nah, I'm just joking. I didn't really mean that. Anyway, hope y'all have a great day. And we will do it all again tomorrow. Peace.